Reimagining wellness starts from within. We must first recognize who we are, adjust our mindset towards growth, create an environment that encourages wellness, and then direct this all towards a deliberate and purposeful goal that positively impacts and aligns with ourselves. The path to wellness will be paved by those who don't just pay lip service to it, but are brave enough to be themselves. As Albert Einstein so simply said, a ship is always safe at shore, but that is not what it was for. We must not be afraid of what we don't know and to truly be ourselves. Before I continue, I'd like to acknowledge the land that I call home, Turtle Island. This land remains home to many Indigenous nations and people. I acknowledge this land out of respect for the Indigenous nations who cared for Turtle Island from before the arrival of settler people until this day. I believe it is better to get out and ask questions, seek what we don't know. Even if we fail to find the answer, we're going to at least have formed some relationships along the way. And I approach every day as though the world will give me new growth opportunities. And all I need to do is get out of bed to make it happen. So thank you, everyone, for getting out of bed today. My favorite thing in life is talking to strangers. To indulge in this and to further my pursuit of knowledge, I host a podcast, and each conversation has shaped my mindset and honed my long-term thinking about wellness. My desire to learn about people started when I was very young, and as you can see here, I was more interested in the person taking my photo than that massive sunflower. My mom to this day tells me that I am always asking too many questions. Einstein believed that knowledge is limited, whereas imagination embraces the entire world, stimulating progress and giving birth to evolution. I too agree, and my innate curiosity has fueled my pursuit to learn more. To share what I've learned over the years, I established my company, BareSlate, where I create workshops designed to open the minds to possibilities and new ways of thinking while striving towards achieving wellness. To connect with wellness, I had to connect with myself and my mindset. I needed to understand my environment and then be deliberate about the impact that I wish to have. I learned that these 4 pillars played a critical role in gaining and sustaining wellness for myself and for those around me. And since wellness starts with you, I want you to consider how much time you invest in understanding yourself. Can you communicate who you are clearly? Do you know how to ask for what you need? For a long time, I struggled with these questions, and it really wasn't until I had children that I was truly able to see myself. But I don't believe it needs to take a life-changing event for a person to see themselves. There are a lot of tools and resources that can help us do this. I found a tool that helped me, and now I can easily communicate who I am to others. We all need to harness our strengths and contribute to the wellness of who we are by utilizing them. You may not know this about me, but I worked in the car business for 2 decades. That's me in the middle. And looking back, I realized that it was my mindset that gave me the strength to lead this team. It was the grit and determination and mindset that helped me be grounded. Today, my mindset is set on the future. Together, we must all envision a future that is optimistic and goes beyond ourselves. We need to focus together on what lies ahead so that we can best prepare together. Self-awareness and mindset alone did not sustain a future of wellness for me. It was actually the environment that also contributed to that. Our environment is critical and plays a key role in how well we can align with wellness. This can include our physical space, who we work with, and what tools we actually need. Creating an environment for individuals to succeed is critical for contributing to wellness. But our environment goes well beyond our physical space. Everyone needs to feel safe. They need to share opinions and ideas without judgment. and diversity needs to be embraced equally and by everyone. So, knowledge of self, mindset, environment, these are all pillars of wellness. But if we don't understand what impact we wish to leave, wellness will be difficult to achieve. Wellness is not a fixed state, and the bulk of our stress is not actually about the goal, but about the lack of roadmap and purpose that we require to get there. So I want to finish with a quick story. The story is about a lion who is the king of the jungle. He is fearless. And one day he went out to prove how powerful he was. And with his great stride and grace, he captured a rabbit. And he held this rabbit very tight and said, "Who is the king of the jungle?" As the rabbit trembled, it answered, "You are the bravest and the most powerful." The lion smiled and he let the rabbit free. And with his great pride, he continued on his pursuit of power. He passed a group of hyenas. He took the opportunity to pounce on the hyena, pinned him to the ground, and said, "Who is the most powerful in the jungle?" The hyena trembled with fear and said, You are the most powerful in the land." And the lion set him free and continued on his way. He passed a clearing, and in the clearing was a group of elephants. He walked up to the group of elephants, and with great pride, he said, "Who is the bravest and the strongest in the jungle?" But before he could even finish, the elephant had wrapped his tusks around his body, threw him in the air, and smashed him on the ground. The elephant stopped and held him there, and the lion looked up and said, "You could have just told me." Leadership is not about throwing your weight around or carrying an ego that can't see past itself, but about sensitivity and wisdom and the courage to share it.